this workshop, 2-day workshop on chocolate garnishes and chocolate celebrations. I can tell he is always committed when it comes to delivering guidance and curriculum to students. Amid this pandemic and lockdown, we are still committed and connected with students in various ways and means. We are taking online classes, daily classes so that we can complete all the lockdown certificates and all, so that we can fully focus on the practical aspects of your learning. You may have to practical aspects. Having only theory is what may be boring, but that's the reason for organizing this workshop. For next few days, we will be having workshops one after the other, like one that we have now, chocolate and garnishes, and we have one on cake decorations, and we are having and display workshops. It is my privilege to welcome Mr. Vignesh, from Chili's Cake Company operator. And it's our pleasure to say that he's a member of our institute. He studied in our institute after serving different organizations. So, about 6 years of experience serving various organizations like ITC Grand Solar, MSC Courses, and he's
Sir, you are not clear.
Chili's Company. A very tea company in Chennai, a leading tea company in Chennai. His products, wonderful products he makes, and his rich experience with ITC Financial to be brought to our notice. He's the one of a few who opened the page of Fable, which is exclusive chocolate shop. He took a great amount of experience in working with chocolates and chocolate products. We are so happy to have him here to deliver this 2 days workshop on our garnishes. This is 2-day workshop. Chef will be giving guidance about various types of chocolate, chocolate tempering, making something garnishes for chocolate, for chocolate, and showpiece is made of chocolate. 2 days is too short to know about chocolate because when a chocolate is a product which is relished and enjoyed. I would say when I have to say chocolate, the melting temperature chocolate is what is making people enjoy chocolate. And a lot to learn about chocolate. 2 days workshop is too short, but a little bit kickstart for many to start your learning about chocolate and continue it further to reach bigger heights. We are so happy and thankful to Chef in such a short notice with all the restrictions of lockdown. He's come over, he's accepted and he's come over his busy schedule. He's come over to give a session on chocolates. We're so thankful. Welcome you to Ihmct Chennai once again. When it comes to Ihmct Chennai, Chef is always committed. Anything he's there to support students and guide them through. Let me hand over the stage to Chef. He will take over from here. And for the 2 days, it'll be a wonderful learning about chocolates. Thanks a lot for joining and enjoy your learning chocolates. Thank you. Chef.
Guys, Mrs. Vignesh, thanks to Chef for making for this workshop. So today we'll be starting with basics of chocolate and tempering. We'll be doing some chocolate garnishes and plated desserts also, and we'll be doing a small display chocolate showcase. So first, we'll start with basics of chocolate. So what is chocolate basically? Right, sir.
Bryce, let me tell you one thing. There are three cameras. The three cameras, one facing chef and there are two facing the tables. You can switch over cameras to see better angles. Let me thank all the team, Chai Chef and help us to proceed with the chocolate workshop. In case if you have anything to ask, you can put it in the chat box. Please don't unmute yourself. You can put it in the chat box. The questions will be answered shortly. In the chat box, you can interact, you can make your session interactive by putting messages and questions in the chat box.
Okay, one side.
One side, one side.
Okay, guys, today we'll be starting with the basics of chocolate. So first, I'll let you know what are the kinds of chocolate. We have two different types of chocolate what we use. One is Kovacha chocolate and one more is compound chocolate. So the first basic difference between Kovacha and compound is Kovacha chocolate is a real chocolate where you'll be using cocoa bean and cocoa butter uh, for chocolate. And this compound chocolate, it's instead of cocoa butter, they substitute with oil, fruit oil, palm oil, or vegetable fat. So instead of butter, they'll instead of cocoa butter, they'll be having palm oil or fruit vegetable fat. So these are the difference between culture and compound chocolate. So what we use in college, it's a compound chocolate. We basically, most of the person you have noticed, this one is a dark compound chocolate. So this is a modern brand, which is a dark compound chocolate, and you can see behind the ingredients what are there, like ingredients: sugar, edible vegetable fat, cocoa solids, and emulsification. So these are the things you can see it there. And for Covacher, we have few brands like Calibo, Eldona, and we have many more brands, which you can see the ingredients, which is made up of cocoa solids and cocoa butter. So these are the basic things first we have to know when you do for chocolate. And now we can see what are the different what are the procedure for chocolate. So bean to bar. Basically, if you take chocolates, it's a bean to bar. So cocoa beans, which is harvested mostly in like South African region, like then in India, Animal is in India, Animal is a place where they cultivate lot of cocoa beans. For example, Indian brand which is manufactured from local chocolate. There is one brand from Animalay which they do chocolate bean to bar. So basically, bean to bar is a process which is like very long process. First, how they start bean to bar, they harvest and they segregate beans from cocoa pods. They'll get it fermented. All flesh will be fermented and it is sun dried almost for a week. Then after once it's dried, it will be going for roasting. Roasting process is a where bean will be roasted. Then it will be going for milling. In milling, the milling process will be done, and the cocoa ash what present in the pots will be removed. Then at last there will be process called mixing method. Mixing what where all this cocoa nibs will be crushed and mixed together, and all segregation will happen there. They'll segregate cocoa butter, cocoa mass, cocoa powder, everything separate. And for last for conching, it will be for last it will be conching. What they'll do, they'll mix cocoa butter and cocoa mass depends on percentage of you want. For basically, milk chocolate will be around 30 to 40%, and dark chocolate will start from 47. So basically, we have few regions where cocoa is very famous for, like Ghana, cocoa is very famous in the world. And for chocolates, Belgium is very famous place, and Caribou is one of the leading brand, international brand, which is uh, selling most of the chocolates all over the world. So these are the basic things for chocolates. You can continue. Next, we'll be showing what are the tempering methods which is done. So basically, for compound chocolate, you don't need to do tempering method. Just you can melt and use directly temperature. For cold chocolate, it has to be tempered in a right melting has to be done, and tempering has to be done to use chocolate. So basically, tempering is done by different methods. One of the most known method is marble method. Yeah, where you will just melt chocolate, and it should not be above melting temperature should not be above 50 degree. It has to be in 50, less than 50. For melting, you have to do, and yeah, you can do marble method. Marble method is just you can melt chocolate and put it in table, bring it to 30 degrees Celsius where for using temperature. And one more is seeding method, where you can do off, where you can do off melted, and you can just rest add you can add the rest of the chocolates. And third one is ice bath. Ice bath, you just melt chocolate. You can place one ice bucket. You can place chocolate, and you just have to keep on stirring, where the temperature will be reduced to 30. So basically, you have three different chocolate. One is dark, one is milk, and another one is white chocolate. So white chocolate is basically which is lesser in cocoa. There is no cocoa mass is there. Only milk solids and only milk solids and milk powder is there in white chocolate. This thing milk chocolate will be have less cocoa mass percentage will be very less, and for dark it will be have from 47 to you have around 80. You have 100% cocoa also, which is will be very bitter in taste. So these are the tempering method which has to be done. So today I'll be showing some of the basic garnishes what we can do, and we'll be for display, showing for display the things which has to be done. So first we'll start with garnishes, basic garnishes. So first we'll do some basic garnishes where you can do can take so first we'll do some basic garnishes, which is like if you can see me, this one is OSB sheet. So we'll be doing basic garnishes. This white chocolate. So guys, this is this one we already melted and kept. This one is white compound. Think make sure there is no lumps. make sure that chocolate. That one, the temperature for OHA chocolate. For compound, you have to make sure it is not overheated. Just room temperature is fine. You can just use it. First, I'll apply some chocolate. So this is so we are going to do some texture in this. This one. First, we'll apply this. Right. I'm using this blossom food color. This is a oil. This is a oil-based color which we are using today. I'll use a little bit of yellow. So what you can do, you can melt this white compound, and you can add with this. So chocolate color, basically for chocolate color, you have to use oil-based color or powdered color, chocolate color. You should not use the liquid color. Liquid color, what we are using. Can you see this? This one, what we are using today, Blossom. So it has to be basically in oil-based color or powder color. You should not use liquid-based color. What will happen? So main thing is if you put the water, if water connect with the chocolate, no, it will get the spoil. You get lumps. It will get the bloom. So make sure you don't mix the water. Make sure you don't contact with the water. This one. So I'm using this. So a few drops. Paper. Guys, let me show you two or three different types of garnishes. What can be done? It's all basic garnishes. So after this, so for this one, I'm using pink color. So this can be coloring can be done separate also. You can use you can mix it in a little bowl, small amount of chocolate. No, you can do that also. No need to do it directly on the sheet. And the chocolate again you can melt and use. Guys, how you can see this. So this is the basic thing. What we have to do is next we can put one more layer on top so that you can see. I hope everyone can see this. So basically, we have done like we have given very less amount of color. So what you can do, you can put dark white chocolate on top. Depends how you want to use. So this is basic thing. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some shapes and pattern on this. For this, I'm using foam, cake foam for this. I'm going to use this. So what you can do is so you can see this picture which has been. Now this is this is one pattern. We'll finish and show how it is done. Then we can do one more. We can just do one straight lines. For this one, I have just used straight lines. You can see this. For this, we'll just use a toothpick to skewers. This one. For this one, you can just take one skewer stick toothpick like this. You can just this one we can just hold a palette knife like this. For this one, no, you can hold palette knife like this. This roll it to maybe that. This will give you marble effect. You can do in any color, whichever color you want, and you can shape also. You can do anything whichever you feel good. Depends on depends on your cake. You can do this. One second. Guys, now what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to use this white chocolate. Make sure that it's not overheated. Otherwise, what will happen? It will if you put in this one, no, this the base one also will get melted. So what will happen? The pattern won't be good. The effect, so both will be merged, and you won't get proper garnish. So maybe just some chocolate. Whole can see this one is we have done. This excess chocolate you can keep it aside. At last, you can again remelt and use this. Just make sure you're not wasting anything. You can use one again. So now I'm going to take this one. Also, this one also. Just make sure how we are holding a palette knife. Till this part you can place it in this thing garnish so that you make sure you don't mess up and do your work. First, so now what we are doing is this one is a very basic chocolate. So once you are done with this, you can go for next level, and depends how you are going to decorate your cake. You can do however you want. But these are the basic cake decoration what they are doing now. So now you can see this and see the pattern is done. You can see this. So now we have done with two white chocolates. So this third one and fourth one will do it in dark. Roll, roll, rolling pin. Sebastian, small. Now this one is a dark chocolate. To make sure it's not hot, check your thing. Guys, now we have done with these things. Now, what we can do, we can just cut it on different this thing for garnishing. Actually, for garnish, make sure it is very thin. Don't make it very thick. So it's for garnishing. It's not a main part of opposite keeping in a cake. It's just for garnishing. So make sure your garnish is very thin, not very too thick. Make sure it's very thin. Actually, now for temperature, I've done it more thick for, but it has to be more thin than this. So now I'll do some basic. Now I'll do some basic string cutter. So I'm just going to cut in round shape. So you can do this. So now I've cut it in round shape. So this is one pattern what we have done. I think you can see and can do. So guys, now I am using this piping nozzle. You can just make one hole in center. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make off this one hole and rest all same round shape only. So this one is done. So I've made on this one. Once it's done, you can see. So you have to cut it like this. Then so guys, for setting, if you are working in a AC room, it is fine. No need to keep it in the refrigerator. If you are working in without AC, make sure once it is done for setting, you have to put it in freezer. So it will be fine to remove. And then what will happen? Your this thing will break. Your garnish will be very. Next, this one. This, I'm using an hexagon cutter to cut. So this one I have done it in hexagon shape, and rest off we can do it in uh, rectangle one. So we can use steel scale for cutting. Now, So guys, we have done two patterns in this. One is hexagon and another one is rectangle. One, I think guys, you can see this texture. Maybe due to this light, it's not visible properly. I think you can see this pattern. You can see this difference. What we have done. It's clear, right? You can see this pattern, no? So these are the something which can be done in basic the thing. You don't need a lot of equipment. So this is a basic form what we have done. We have to just we have done this. We have done like we have first we have applied a little bit of white chocolate. Then we have done like this. So we got this pattern. Then on top we have covered with dark chocolate. This is the thing. So guys, this one is triangle. What we have got. Mm, this one is going some kind of garnish. What we have done. And for this one, I'm going to cut it in stripes and make rounds. Okay. Now, just what we have to do, we can just cut it. So guys, now we have cut this into stripes. You can see this. Now this one we have cut into stripes. So what we are going to do, just take on butter paper. So now just keep this butter paper in center. So this one is basically for what we are keeping butter paper, no, so that it won't stick to that rolling pin what we are going to use. So if you keep like this, just fold. Now and fold like this. Just put on cello tape. So we have done. Guys, we have one more this thing. Guys, now we have done this. So what I'm going to do, this one also I'm going to roll it out. So what will happen? Once it's done, I'll show you how its texture is. So this one we have used yellow color and dark chocolate. So keep this one, and again I'm going to roll it like. So guys, we have done this one also. So this one we can keep it in refrigerator to set. So once it's done, I'll show you what are the things. So this one we have done with some rectangle, some round ones and rectangles. Okay. So guys, these are the something that is what we have done for today's class. So it's basically for cake garnishing. So what we'll do, we'll just okay. So on Friday, after once this for cake decorating, we'll demonstrate with this garnishes. So you can see how we are going to use this garnishes on Friday. So now we'll put it in freezer to reset. Once it's done, I'll just remove few things and I'll show how this final product. So guys, now the garnish is done. So now we are going to do some bonbons, which is like basically you have been seeing now in India. Basically, they have been like very Cadbury, some five star, some perks, something like that. So now it's a new trend which is coming in India. It's a bonbon, which is a French chocolate we are going to do. So we have two molds. This one is silicon bicarbonate mold. You can see this. So now we are going to make two different types of bonbons. One is this one, you can do it with different colors. You can use cocoa bow spray to make it colorful. So two fillings we are going to use. So one I'm going to make with white chocolate. This one I'm going to make with dark chocolate. So now we'll show how to fill. For this one, when you use compound chocolate, you have to make sure the temperature is correct temperature you're using, and for coach also for dark it has to be in 30 for using. For milk chocolate, white chocolate can be 27 or 28. So first we'll do with dark chocolate. So guys, now we have this milk chocolate. Guys, once you are done with this thing filled with chocolate, uh, you have to tap so that what will happen, the air bubbles is present in chocolate will come. So you don't get any holes in the mold. What we are going to do, tap. I think you can see this air bubbles which is getting right. Tap it gently, then don't tap it too much. Then you have to flip it back so that your excess chocolate will can tap. Can remove excess chocolate. Those. This is a shell which we made. So we'll just fill it up with. So mostly when you do this, you can do praline, which is made with different types of praline, which can be done in almonds, hazelnut. So praline is basically caramelized sugar and nuts mixed with chocolate. You can do it with any kind of chocolate. So basically, they'll do it with dark chocolate, and if you want, you can put caramel filling in this. And caramel also you can do it with salted caramel, regular caramel, so whichever filling you want, and you can put ganache, different types of ganache. For example, you can infuse mint with cream, and you can make ganache, and you can put mint ganache, and you can put nuts, roasted nuts. So whichever you want, you can do this. And next one, we'll do it with white chocolate. So we'll just again do this for melting. Feeling much. Guys, just one second. So make sure once you are done with dark chocolate, make sure your area is clean. So when you are working with white chocolate, it'll be fine to use. Otherwise, your white chocolate will become dark chocolate. White chocolate. It may pass. No dark chocolate. So guys, now this one we are going to use white chocolate. Again, make sure uh, this white chocolate. Whenever you working with chocolate, just you have to keep on checking whether it's in a proper temperature to use or not. So white chocolate you can basically use in 27, 28. Yes. Now, so you can see this. This is it's sure it's a little bit warm, so I'm just tearing it off to reduce the warmth. Now, 24. Again, this one I'm going to tap. Just tap it on side. So this tapping is done for to break alcohol which is present in chocolate. So for melting of chocolate also now we are using double boiling method. If you have a microwave, you can do it in microwave by 30 seconds. You can first 30 seconds you can put for microwave against take stir again you can use that. Make sure this. I think you can see this lumps which is getting break when you are tapping. You get break. That's what you have to do. You can just flip it. So excess chocolate will flow. And remove. What will get this? Whatever. What's up? Pepper. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Guys, now just leave this one to spread. By the time we can just full can fill this one with some can fill this one with some nuts, chopped nuts. Make sure it is not overflowing, otherwise what will happen? Your when you cover it, it won't be good. Make sure that it's evenly spread. Okay. I'm using some almond flakes in this one.
சார் வணக்கம்.
So I'm using cashew. So guys, we have full this one with nuts. So now what we have to do, if you want, you can use ganache or caramel something to cover this one. And after once it's set, you can cover it with dark chocolate, and you can keep it in refrigerator and you can demold. So this one will show it. This one next to this white chocolate. So and this pairing of chocolate is more this thing important when you are doing this bobos. What is the white chocolate? There is some specific flavors which can be paired well. And for dark chocolate, for example, you can use some coffee liquor, some different kind of liquor for ganache to do for dark chocolate. For this white chocolate, I'm going to use raisin today. So I'll use raisin. Now we are going to put some strawberry filling for this one, strawberry ganache. So Guys, make sure when you put ganache or something, it should not be overflow. If you overflow for covering, it will be very difficult and will come out of your mold. So make sure it is full like this. Just give some space so that we can put the white chocolate and we can cover this one. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate. As now, yeah, again it's a little bit warm, so I'm just stirring to reduce to room temperature. Make sure your temperature is correct. It has to be in 30 to 31, 29 months you can use dark chocolate. So for this compound, make sure it is in room temperature. For coverture, it has to be in 30, 31 it you can use. So it's ideal for working temperature is 30 for dark chocolate. Yes, use your palette knife to remove excess chocolate. Clean once it's done, clean the sides. So for final product. Guys, next you just clean. Next we'll start with this white chocolate. Guys, hope everyone is listening, and if you have any doubts, you can put in chat box so that Sai sir and me will clear your doubts. So now what we are going to do. So this one is done. This strawberry ganache is done. We have put raisin in this two things. So again, we are going to put white chocolate. Make sure it's not too hot. So for white chocolate, temperature, its temperature is 27 to 28, and for milk also it's 28. So this one, white chocolate coverture, you can do it in 27. For compound, you can make sure it is it's in room temperature. Okay. Yes. Now, guys, why I'm doing this separate this thing is because we are filled with ganache. So if your ganache is not set, it's possible to come out. That's why I'm doing both this thing and this thing separate. Okay. Nice. This one just gently scrape. Clean this space. Now this one also done. Now we are going to just keep it in refrigerator for demolding. If you are working in AC temperature, no need to keep it refrigerator. If you are working in a normal temperature, make sure once it's done for setting, you have to put it in the refrigerator. So it's easy to demold. Now we are putting both this this one and this one in the refrigerator. So guys, now we'll just clean this, and I'll show you what the garnish has done. So, so guys, now we are going to demold the garnish which have been done. Just keep it there only. So guys, so the garnish we have done. I think you can see. So basically, this one you can keep it for gatto or any pastry, small pastries. You can keep it on top. So this one basically I made it for the gatto. If you want, you can just reduce size and you can use it for pastries. So I'll just remove. This is one. Guys, make sure whenever you are using OSB sheet, make sure it's moisture free. In case if your OSB sheet has moisture, what will happen? Your garnish it won't be, the shine won't be good. So it will be in matte finish. So next we are going to remove this one. So you can see this marble effect what we have done. So we are going to demold. So you can see this. So guys, this is uh, this is one what we have done. So next, okay, there temperature remove. So next also same round one only, but we have made one hole in center with nozzle. So I think everybody can see this. This is also on garnish what we have done today. So this is one more one what we have done. Next blue. So guys, this one don't throw. You can just keep it for some whenever you work with chocolate. Once you have kept in refrigerator, what will happen? The moisture will be present in this chocolate. So what you can do, you can just remove it from refrigerator and you can keep it like around 1 day outside, and next day you can use this one also. You can melt and reuse the chocolate. Otherwise, if you don't want to use, you can do it in. If you want, you can make it in this thing also. You can make ganache out of this. You can just use a regular ganache. What we do for a truffle cake, no, you can just put two part of chocolate and one pot of cream. You have to just put together and you have to melt it. So don't waste this one. If you want, you can use it again, or if you want, you can make truffle also. So this is another one what we have done. This is hexagon. I think you can see the pattern what we have done with this comb. So this is a just simple comb what we have used, no, this icing comb. So first we have spread this thing white chocolate. Then with comb we have to make one straight line. And after we have applied with white chocolate. Sorry, first it's blue, then white we have done. You can do it in alternate way also. If you want, you can put blue, then white. If you want, put white and blue also you can do. So I'm going to remove this one also. This is, I think you can see everyone. This is one more garnish what we have done. And next is just a simple stripes. What we have made with same thing. I think everybody can see this. So this is another one. Next one. So guys, this is another one. Guys, we have a lot more garnishes to do, but the thing is we don't have more time, and temperature also is not good here. So we are just doing some basic garnishes. Now, first, take off this. Take off butter paper. And I think you can see this. This just a simple one. What we have done, we have just used this rolling pin. We have just made this round. So guys, when you're working with chocolate, just make sure this thing you work very gently. Otherwise, garnishes will be breaking. So I'm just going to peel off this one. Peel this another which we have made. So this one is curved one. What we have done, just regular round one, but we have just made it curved. Guys, here temperature is not, that's why it's not coming properly. Otherwise, guys, next we'll show this bobos what we have done. I'll just demold and show what we have done. Wait a second.
Good evening once again, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Quite interesting garnishes. You see, when it comes to chocolate, you forget time. Time just flies. Working with chocolate is a big challenge with the temperatures and other stuff. I'm very thankful to Vignesh Chef for being here with all the challenges. He managed to show us so many garnishes, looking wonderful there. Simple techniques which you can reproduce. I request all of you when you get a chance at home, if you have a conditioned room and if you can buy chocolate and work on, please try those. Always say like any learning stops when you're reproducing, when you learn to reproduce the same. So let us practice this garnishes at home in case if it is possible. Otherwise, we will come back and do in our college when you have practicals on. So you can try all those garnishes and you can try on your pastries that you're working on. I'm so thankful that the bonbon is still setting and quite interesting session which will not happen. So happy. Let us wait for another interesting session tomorrow where a chef will show us some chocolate displays. When it comes to chocolate, he's like an ocean. He has a lot to teach us, a lot to share with us. It is only 2 days which we gave, so not much we'll be able to get to see from him. But he will be connected, to guide us through anywhere where it is required for us, to be guided. He'll be there always. So tomorrow, let us join once again for this session 3 to 4 for seeing some chocolate displays along with the bonbons which are made and this pretty garnishes. We'll use it for the cake decoration workshop where chef is again is going to be there with us. We'll be using those garnishes on cakes also. Thanks a lot for joining. I hope you all enjoyed learning. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you all tomorrow once again. Thank you very much. Thank you, chef.
Thank you, sir.
Cool of this.